During the attacker was heard to shout out that he was seeking to prevent Orlen's merger with the Gdansk-based Lotos oil company. He also claimed to be a Special Forces soldier and to be following orders. A 41-year-old attacked a security guard, attacked him with a knife, and was incapacitated by security guards immediately after the incident. The attacker was then arrested by the police. A security officer on the Płock company was taken to hospital. According to the doctors, his condition was uncomfortable but stable, and the district prosecutor's office in Płock started collecting evidence. This event was recorded by surveillance cameras, whose monitoring has been secured and will be inspected. The employee of Orlen Security who was attacked today is in a stable condition, and his life is not in danger. We provided him with the necessary care. His heroic attitude allowed him to avoid the worst. The hate campaign can lead to a tragedy. According to the findings of the prosecutor's office so far, the man received mental treatment. Breathalyzer test did not show alcohol in the exhaled air, but blood was collected to check, among others, for the presence of chemicals. For several months, politicians of the Civic Platform have been conducting a media campaign against the merger of Orlen with Lotos, which will result in the creation of the largest economic entity in Central and Eastern Europe. The most fierce criticism is met by the management of the state-owned company for selling some of the petrol stations to the Hungarian company MOL, which was a requirement imposed by the European Union. Opposition politicians have repeatedly raised the unfounded accusation that part of the shares in the Hungarian company were to belong to Russian entities. Last week, the narrative was taken up by the Civic Platform chairman himself, Donald Tusk, visiting Orlen petrol stations. This is one of the 400 and more stations that the Law and Justice government has decided to sell to the Hungarian MOL company, so in a political sense, almost to Putin. It must be said very clearly to the opposition politicians, remember, stop sipping venom, stop giving false information to the public about the merger of Orlen with Lotos. The escalation of tension, causing unrest and creating artificial social divisions by irresponsible behaviour of politicians, is reminiscent of the situation in 2010, when an attacker armed with firearms broke into the office of Law and Justice MP in Łódź, killing Marek Rosiak on the spot. According to the witnesses of the time, the perpetrator, Ryszard Siba, shouted that he wanted to kill Jarosław Kaczynski. We have the example of Mr. Siba, a local PO activist, then expelled. Later, we had hate sessions against the defenders of the cross in the Krakow suburbs. Donald Tusk uses phrases such as cleaning Poland of dirt. Earlier, Grzegorz Schettiner spoke about the locusts from Law and Justice. These are phrases straight from Hitler's periodicals. In the afternoon, the perpetrator was brought to the district prosecutor's office in Płock for further action.